thing is.
That doesn't
What's
matter.
up, guys?
Hey, guys, what's up? Happy 4th of July. This is the 4th of July edition of Just Your Average Joe. I wanted to do something different. I'm planning on doing more of these. Tonight, we're going to focus on sports. It's player versus a player of their respective sport, and most of them actually of their respective position. So us three are basically going to discuss and debate on both of these players as we pit them against each other, and we try to come up with the better athlete for that position or that sport. And then, as I said on Facebook, for those of you that follow me on Facebook, and as I said to Mike and James, and to other people on my Facebook post, that I'm also planning on doing other things, to have a little bit more fun with it. We can do movies versus movies, TV shows versus TV shows, movie characters versus movie characters, and then of course what James and I were talking about, and Mike, I had told you, hypothetical question, which probably going to actually debate at one point or another, is, for an example, like David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar and stuff like that. So, and James, what's so funny?
Nothing. I'm listening, guys.
Van Halen versus Van Hagar. Let's see.
Basically, yeah. So that's just to give you a preview of what I want to do in the future for future episodes. But tonight we are going to be focusing on just sports for those of you that aren't here. I get it. It's a holiday.
For nobody that's watching.
If anybody catches it live, that's fine. I'm welcoming the live debate.
It'll be replayed 2 hours from now in English.
Yeah, but then if you got the time later on tonight or whatever, whenever you want to pop it on or whatever, just pop it. Pop your head off and then just come watch it. Come watch it on my YouTube channel. And that's it.
English. It's gonna be English going to Spanish, brought back to English.
Now, you really want to know what I was laughing at? I'll be honest. I didn't realize that you put Mikey as Mikey Wheels. That's
I did that last stream.
He still got you as Jimmy Bag.
No, I just didn't. I didn't pick up on it until now. So
I did.
We got to put you as Joey Bag of Donuts, though. That'll make more sense than just your average Joe.
Joey Bag of No Nuts.
Yeah. I got some nuts. What are you talking about? You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
All right, guys, let's get into it. So, James, you had 3. Do you want to do your 3 first, and then we can talk about the other ones?
Well, why don't we each? Well, all right. So, okay, yeah. Well,
why don't we just go in the order of what we got?
Let's start.
Why don't we just go through the list, and then I'll mention a couple of things, and then we talk about things based on what we each have.
All right. I'm going to save one for last, so we can start with this one then, okay? Yeah. But I am going to save the bigger one for the last one. But we if you want, we can start right into it.
This is fine. Go ahead.
This is fine because I know this is one that you looked at some stats. We both were around. We both saw them play. And that was another thing that I wanted to do. Another prerequisite
all three of us were around. All 3 of us saw them play.
Yeah, exactly. So the prerequisite that I wanted for this stream is I wanted to pick players that we had watched. People have debated on whether Babe Ruth is better than this one and stuff like that. I wanted to pick players that we actually watched, and go from there. So, of course, both Pudge and Mike Piazza were catchers when we watched baseball. I mean, we still watch baseball now, but they, growing up and whatever, those were 2 of the top, I would think, 2 of the top catchers in the league.
All time, yeah. All time as well.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. So, James, we'll start with you.
Okay.
What is your debate? Who do you think is the better catcher?
Well, the better catcher, obviously I'm going to say Piazza because I'm a Met fan, but
okay.
I mean,
you could put bias down. I mean, it's one thing I wanted to try to do.
I am kind of biased to it, but I got to go with Piazza. Because I am a Met fan. I love Piazza. I mean, I have a bunch of his stats here. I have, obviously Piazza, it's played 16 seasons from 92 to 2007, who people don't know. Most notably for the Mets and the Dodgers. Also played for the Marlins, the Padres, the A's. Mm-hmm. He was a 12-time All-Star, 10-time Silver Slugger Award winner. 427 home runs. 396 were hit as a catcher. along with a 308 batting average. 1,335 runs batted in.
Wait, 308 batting average of lifetime, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pudgy, let's see.
I mean, you don't have to list all their stats, but like
I mean, if we were going to go statistically, that's why I was doing
but I'm saying if you were picking Piazza, right?
Yeah.
You could basically say, okay, so Piazza batted 308. I think Pudge was at what, 296? Pudge was at 296 lifetime, and stuff like that. You can basically compare them that way.
Batting average wise, obviously Piazza was better.
Right. You got to remember though, Pudge also did play what, three or four more seasons.
Yeah, Pudge was around a little bit longer than Piazza.
Pudge did stretch it out a little longer. Mike, what about you, really quick? What do you who do you think is the better catcher?
Pudge.
Now, are you saying that for his defense?
I want
That's a
to
good-
know because I didn't look anything up. Did Pudge win any Gold Gloves as a catcher?
I don't know about Gold Glove, but he has a World Series ring. I know that. He won in 2003.
With 2003 with the Marlins. He also played in the 2006 World Series with the Tigers.
All right, that's not what I'm asking.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
No, I know that's not what you're asking, but just
yes, 13 Gold Gloves.
How many does Piazza have?
0.
That's why.
No, I know.
Piazza
I get it.
Mike Piazza was one of the worst defensive catchers that there ever was in the game.
Yeah.
He didn't know how to throw a second base.
slow.
Liability.
Yeah.
He could not throw a runaround. He could not throw a stolen.
Now, if you want all around, Pudge was it. Pudge hit. Pudge hit homers. Pudge called a good game. He could get guys out of second or third, whatever, stealing bases.
Yeah.
He blocked the plate good. Yeah. I mean, if you're just going by batting stats, James, that's just crazy. You're showing complete bias as a Met fan.
No.
And an MVP. And Pudge was an MVP.
Pudge was an MVP, but Piazza was not.
Piazza was never won the MVP award, and Pudge won in 1999.
I mean, I understand the bias. We're all Met fans, but like when it comes to Mike Piazza,
statistically, Pudgy's the better player. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, you're going by your heart with the team, but
I mean that's
if
the
you
only
want
reason
all
I'm saying
around.
that,
I mean,
yeah.
if you want all around, Pudge was the better
You're right.
catcher.
He was, yeah.
And also Piazza. Personally, I lost disrespect for him totally was when he was asked to move to first base because they didn't want him behind the plate anymore, and he just wanted the home run record for catchers, which is totally disrespectful.
I don't
being selfless.
I don't know. I don't fault him for that.
No, but you're being selfish though. The team had a guy ready to go that was a better defensive catcher than him,
right? And
he was like, "No, I want to break my home run record." Well, we don't give a shit. You suck behind the plate.
I mean, arguably, you can understand his point of view too, though. I mean,
and also Pudge would have took that shard baseball bat and shoved it up Roger Clemens' ass instead of him doing a dramatic scene over there.
All right, but then also you figure it's the World Series. What do you risk? You run the risk of what? Getting kicked out and then losing your best player in a World Series game?
Yeah, you're not going to do that.
Possibly, several.
Well, let's see. The guy that threw the shattered bat at him didn't get kicked out of the game, now did he?
No, because he
so
didn't really throw it at him.
Back in it.
He really didn't throw it at him. He threw it in the direction of.
Yeah, and then he took it.
It was meant to at him, though. Yeah,
I'm with Mike. I understand. I understand.
But then he did the over dramatics.
I understand his. I understand Mike's way of picking. Pudge was a more all around ball player,
right?
But bias or not, and it's hard. It really is hard, and that's kind of what I really wanted to have the discussion. I really kind of wanted other people to weigh in on this.
It's a good comparison between the two, definitely.
It's a great comparison. It really is. Especially, don't get me wrong.
It's a really good comparison. But we're looking at it as I see James's point, but I'm going by what this guy did all around. I mean,
Right.
Of
all
course.
right,
Yeah, no, of course.
you know, oh well, he was a Met, and I'm a Met fan. Well, okay, but he didn't. He wasn't the all-around catcher that you want.
Well, look, Pudge played about 600, a little over 600 games more than Piazza, and he's got almost 3,000 more plate appearances, and almost 3,000 more at bats. Piazza does have the better batting average, which is 308, but he also played fewer games. Pudge has more hits, but that's understandable because he played more. He played a few more seasons. The home runs, though, and I get it. I understand Pudge is the all-around guy, but home runs you just can't. I mean, he had fewer at bats, and he still has over 100 and something more home runs than the guy. And the other thing that is striking, I mean, strikeouts are Piazza has fewer strikeouts, but he also played fewer games. But it's also the power, not just the numbers, but also the at bats. So Pudge at bat per home run.
Mm-hmm.
Pudge every 30 point, almost every 31 at bats, Pudge hit a home run. So it's for every 31 at bats, Pudge hit a home run.
Right.
Every 16 was Piazza. So every 16th at bat, Piazza came to the plate. That ball was out of the ballpark.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah,
and he also has more RBIs, which I don't think it's close.
You're still looking at offense and not defense.
I know I am, and I admit that I definitely do.
Showing up, but you guys, that's the whole thing though. You're both showing a bias.
And Mike,
that's why it's a debate.
And Piazza has not even almost over 350 walks. So Piazza was also walked a lot as well. So his on base percentage is higher than Pudge. Yeah. But the other thing I want to look at is the RBIs. Where's the RBIs? Even with how many? What did I say? How many? Even with almost 3,000 fewer plate appearances, he still has more RBIs than Pudge. So basically, what I'm saying is, Pudge won MVP. Piazza won Rookie of the Year, but that's really not much of an accolade. He's got the World Series title with the Marlins from 2003. He also has 13 Gold Gloves. Both of them obviously were All-Star. Piazza's Hall of Fame is Pudge. Did Pudge get inducted?
I have no idea.
I'll tell you right now.
Yes, both of them are. Both of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Piazza got 83% of the vote in 2016, and Pudge got 76% in 17.
2017.
Yeah. So All-Star games, Piazza went to 12, Pudge went to 14. Silver Slugger, 10 over 7 for Piazza, and so on. So look, when it comes down to it, gentlemen, I'm picking Piazza because he's my favorite player of all time. So it's as simple as that. And it's not only that, he literally is, again, offensively, I will say, I will stipulate that 100%. He is the best offensive catcher of all time.
Well, yeah, a catcher?
No, he's my favorite player of all time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, easily.
All right, now that's really stretching it.
Yeah, that is a little.
I don't see how.
I mean, there's a lot better players out there than Mike Piazza.
That's a little.
If you can name some.
I mean, you got Pujols is one of the debates. Pujols is a better player than Mike Piazza ever was.
That
100 times.
Again, I said he is my favorite player of all time. I never said he is the best player.
No, I got you. So
there's a difference.
No, and it's fine for you to say that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. There are people going to probably tell me Kobe, LeBron. James thinks Chris Mullin is the best of all time.
Oh,
I mean, it's based on.
Think he's the best of all time? No,
he's your favorite though.
Yes, he is my favorite.
Yeah,
I think he's better than Jordan.
Somebody's actually watching us.
And I did say because that's what I said. I said my favorite player of all time. He's also because it's a Met.
Right.
let's be honest. If Piazza wasn't a Met, would I say Piazza is my favorite player of all time? Don't get me wrong.
Probably not.
I did like him when he was on the Dodgers. Don't get me wrong. I did.
Yeah.
Does it hurt that he's Italian? Of course not. He's Italian American ball player. I mean, why wouldn't I think Piazza is my favorite of all time? So, what are you going to do? All right. So, really quick round table. So, Mike, you went with Pudge. James, you went with Piazza.
Yeah.
Okay. And so on and so forth.
So basically, I lose this one 2-1 because the two Met fans pick them.
No. There is no loss.
It's not a win or lose.
No, there is no loss.
Here.
We're just debating. You didn't lose anything. You picked Pudge. We didn't.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, no, this is it. It's not a democracy. It's a debate.
Yeah. Here we go with the fucking politics.
No, I'm not getting political on this. No, I'm not saying politics on this. What I'm saying is that you guys are totally overlooking the fact.
No, I'm not. But I'm not.
You are 100% right. Pudge is.
When I look at
Exactly.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
My brother's agreeing with you too. Pudge, it was the better all-around player.
Right.
He was. Defensively, he was great behind the plate.
I'm not going by, he was a Met. No, I'm not going to go by that.
I will take that route. I will. I will not be ashamed to say, as I wear this jersey, and Mike, you were also repping the Mets, I don't mind saying that I will give the edge to Piazza, even though they have very similar numbers. Offensively, they have similar numbers, right?
Similar?
And he even said it too. Piazza's offensive numbers made up for his defensive flaws.
Right.
And whatever. So, all right. We will go to the next one, which is another good debate. It's a very good debate. One of them is still playing so it's hard. But we got Tom Brady versus Joe Montana. Now, obviously, Tom Brady has played more seasons. And as I said, is still active. But so I'm not going to start with me. I have the stats or whatever. You really don't have to go by stats. From your recollection, because we both saw each play. I mean, I have a better memory of Brady because we're older now than we did when Montana was quarterbacking because we were younger. But I still remember him. Montana was my favorite quarterback back then. I loved Montana.
I mean, I think he's arguably one of the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So
do I think he's better than Brady? I kind of do think he's better than Brady.
All right. So tell me why.
Well, I mean, I don't have statistics in front of me and stuff like that, but I watched him growing up. I watched Brady growing up too. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Brady.
Right.
But, I mean, I don't know.
All right. Well, Mike, what about you?
All right, here. All right. Definitely taking Joe Cool over Tom Brady any day of the week.
Okay.
Here's why.
Tell me.
Joe Montana played in an era of football where they weren't pussies on the field.
That's a good point.
Okay? Every new rule written in the NFL is because of Tom Brady. That's why Tom Brady
every new rule in the NFL, every new rule in the NFL was written because of the poundings because of the poundings people took.
Tom Brady didn't want to get hit.
It's not just that.
It's not just Brady, though, Mike.
No. You have players like Junior Seau.
If you look at it, but if you look at everything, right? The tuck rule. Who was that because of? Tom Brady.
Right.
Joe Montana got his freaking head knocked off by Lawrence Taylor, as I recall. Right. And he still won 4 Super Bowls. And Tom Brady is a more controversial quarterback because his coach likes to cheat.
I mean, that does put a damper on things. It does. And there's a lot of things that take effect. And Mike even says it too. Brady did win more with less. Come on. Look, Montana had Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice makes any quarterback look good. I'm not taking anything away from Montana. I think Montana, even with anybody, still probably would have been good too, but he still had Jerry Rice.
Tom Brady having Randy Ross and Gronk and Aaron
He said that. He said less the Moss years, but Gronk, when did you actually ever get a healthy Gronk anyway? How many years was Gronk hurt? How many times did
he won? I mean, he won most of those Super Bowls in the last one. How many did they win They won 6, right?
He's got six
Three of them
rings.
was with Gronk. 2 or 3 of them was with Gronk.
6 rings with 9 appearances.
I think it was 3 with
so if you look
Gronk,
at-
right?
I don't know. I don't know how many won with Gronk. I didn't look up that. But he said Brady won the first 3 without Gronk, I believe.
But actually, Adam Vinatieri won the first one, not Tom Brady.
Yes.
Tom Brady did not win. The first Super Bowl was a gift. Thanks to Adam
but
Vinatieri.
you could also argue, though, that Brady also marched him down the field to get them to that field goal position. I want to just get something really quick.
But like I said, Montana played in a different era where it was more rough.
It was definitely a lot rougher back then.
It was a lot rougher back then than it is now. I mean, pretty soon they're going to be playing 2-hand touch. The way they keep making up these new rules.
I get you. Trust me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, it's like we were growing up playing sewer cap to sewer cap.
I was just going to say that. You were saying 2-hand touch. That's the first thing I thought about was sewer to sewer.
All right, so you got Montana. Montana played about 15 seasons. So let's break down the stats really quick. Completion-wise, they're pretty much almost the same. And what's better is Brady actually has more attempts. So usually when a quarterback has more attempts, if he's not successful, his percentage is going to go down. But Brady actually has a higher completion percentage at 63.8 versus 63.2. That's how close they are. Montana threw for 40,551 yards. Brady threw for almost 75,000. Montana has 273 touchdowns versus Brady's 541. Montana threw less interceptions, but again, Brady played more. Right. Brady has 40 more interceptions at 179 versus 139. And again, so Montana played 192 games and Brady played 285. So there's almost 90 game difference. A little over 90 game difference.
So there's your extra how many were the touchdowns?
It's double.
Give me Brady. How many were Brady's?
541 versus 273. And he's still playing. Versus 6 rings, and Montana had what, 4?
That's a difference of 268, and he played 5 more seasons.
Yeah.
So that's about 53 extra, almost 54 extra touchdowns per season.
Right.
With the last 5 years.
Right, but that's very rarely do quarterbacks throw 50 touchdowns in a season. It's rare. I mean, Brady did it. Montana might have. I really don't know.
Right. I mean, but also you got to look at the division Tom Brady plays in.
Right.
I mean, he's probably in the worst division of football.
I mean, that's possible. Yeah. All right, I'll give you that. I will give you that.
I mean, Miami sucks, James.
But he doesn't. He doesn't face those. He doesn't face those teams.
Buffalo is like mediocre.
I'm not arguing. The Jets do suck.
But he doesn't face those teams in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl. You're not going to.
But he also plays them twice. But he also plays them twice a year.
No, I get it. But I'm saying, but he also has 9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 wins. You know what I mean? He takes his team to the playoffs. So yeah, I get it.
It's not just him by himself.
What?
It's not just him by himself taking the team.
It's not just him by himself, but It pretty much is. It pretty much is. All right, so Montana didn't take his team to Super Bowls?
Took him to 4 of them in 104.
Right. He's got 4. Brady has 6.
Right. What I'm trying to say
is team effort.
What I'm saying though is his Super Bowl.
But we're not comparing teams. We're comparing players. And if you look at the numbers, you know what though? Here's the thing. Here's the other thing though. Let's say you even, and I guarantee you, let's say you trim. What'd you say, Mike? 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
You trim 5 seasons.
Right. Brady's 5 seasons at 53.6 touch.
Brady would still have more. Brady would still have better stats. Still have better stats. The guy has almost double the yards. Doesn't have double the seasons.
No. But what I'm saying is that, like I said at first, San Francisco back then in the 80s,
right,
was your father's football, your smash mouth still football. And another thing that Joe Montana had an advantage over, though, he had a running game when most of the times Brady didn't have a running game. So you're going by, okay, Brady throws for 70,000 yards, but why is that? Because on every down he's throwing passes.
Right.
He didn't have no running backs.
But what usually happens to a team when they don't have a running game? And the quarterback is forced to throw as much. That means he usually turns the ball over as much, which he doesn't. And it's usually not good because defenses can figure you out. Montana did have the luxury of having great running backs.
Well, yeah, he had Roger Craig and who else?
I'm not going to lie, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, he had Roger Craig. He had Joey Rice as your receiver.
Yeah, that was my point. So everyone knows, basically, without a running game, Tom Brady is throwing it down the field, and he still gets it. He basically still says, "Okay, here we go. This is what I'm going to do." That's what I thought too, but I didn't know, was Montana still on the?
Oh, Ricky Waters. That's right. Yeah,
I immediately thought to myself too, and it's funny that he said that was Ricky Waters, but I don't know if they played in the same years. I feel like Waters was
after Montana, right?
No, Waters had to be mid-90s.
I think Ricky Waters was the
Waters was mid to late
the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, Waters was mid to late 90s. Because
Steve Young, right?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah, because Montana was traded to the Chiefs in 93, I think.
But he might have actually been on that team the last year Montana was on that team. I think it's possible.
I don't know, but I think Montana was traded in 93. Let me see. Yeah, I was right. So 93, he went to the Chiefs. I don't think Ricky Waters was there then. I think that was too long ago. I don't know why I think Ricky Waters like mid to late 90s. I don't know. All right, so look, again, I'm debating. I'm going by the stats. I get it. I understand it. Sometimes you have to take into effect different factors. You have to take into effect sometimes when a player plays more seasons or is still active. Most of the guys that we're going to be talking about aren't active still, but and then of course you have to think about the styles.
Yeah, Ricky Waters was there from 91 to 94.
Shit, I did not know that. Yeah. I did not know that. So he was on the team with Montana for 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
Good call, Mike.
Roger Craig was on them, and then Ricky Waters was kind of like when you compare like Eli having Brandon Jacobs, and then he had who was that? David, the running back that had fell into the end zone when he wanted to stand up and wait.
Oh, Bradshaw?
Matt Bradshaw. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
No, not a Matt Bradshaw. The other one.
I thought Bradshaw did that. Didn't Bradshaw?
I'm trying to think of who the David guy you're trying to think of.
They have
David Tyree.
No, they have Brandon Jacobs, Bradshaw. Right. I mean, obviously, definitely not Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber was when Eli first came up.
I'll throw another one in. I'll throw another comparison. So he had Roger Craig for 2 of them, and he had Ricky Waters for 2, right?
Pretty much.
Joe Montana.
Yeah.
So it's when the Giants had Joe Morris the first time, and they had Orange Juice Jones on Orange Juice Anderson on the.
Wait, well, not for the first 2 of them, no, because he didn't. The 49ers didn't win in 91 and 92. 49ers didn't even win a Super Bowl with Montana in the 90s. He was in the 80s.
I thought he won one in the 90s. I thought he won the 91.
Oh, wait, maybe 1990. You might be right. I think it was 1990. That was the cutoff. Yeah, you're right. They won. They did win in 90 because 91 was the Giants, 92 was the Redskins, and then so on and so forth. You're right. They did win in 90. You're right.
No, in 1989, the 49ers won, not 90.
Right. So who won in 1990?
Hold on.
I just said this on the 90s trivia, and now I can't remember who it was.
Wait, wasn't 90 the fucking Giants and the Bills?
No, that was 91.
91, okay.
The Super Bowl was in 91. The season was 1990.
Hold on.
So maybe it was the 89-90 season, and they won it in 90.
Yeah, I thought the 49ers won in 89-90 against the Broncos. or the Bengals, one of those.
Yeah, it does. So why the fuck? Hold on. It was the 49ers. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Montana. Yeah, he got the MVP that year.
Yeah.
So why the fuck? Hold on. That's crazy. Why wouldn't it tell me that when I had, what's his name up? I don't know. That's weird.
Because you're doing it wrong.
All right, so you guys are both going with Montana?
Yeah, I got to go with Montana on that one.
All right. Well,
Yeah, Montana.
I'm going to go Brady. I just think Brady's probably the best quarterback that there ever was. It's just simple as that. I don't see a quarterback as, I mean, you could say it's because of the numbers as well. I just don't see a better quarterback than Tom Brady. You know, and I'm a Giants fan.
But you can't even take into consideration with the rule changing throughout the years, a different, like I said, going from like a smash mouth style football to now what we got on the field now.
I mean,
and you still go with Brady
because so what do you do then? What do you take away from the guy? What do you take away from the guy? Because I said you can.
Basically, there was a lot of rule changes that suited him to be the quarterback he is.
But the rule changes are to suit everybody. The rule changes that go into effect.
Joe, back in Montana's time, you had to like literally run somebody over with an 18-wheeler to get caught for pass interference.
Okay, so let's
now you lay your fucking pinky on the guy and it's a fucking penalty.
But here's the other thing, though. Here's one thing, though, and this is the only time I'm going to say this. Okay, take Montana out of the equation. Today's rules are supposed to be in a place for everybody. Why is Montana still? Why is Brady still the best quarterback in the league? Out of 30 other ones, what is it? 30 teams in the NFL? Is it 30 or 32?
30, right?
30.
All right. The other 29. Why aren't the other 29 teams even close? The other 29 quarterbacks even close to Tom Brady. And Tom Brady's what? 43? How old is Tom Brady? 41, 42?
I think he's 43.
Let's see. Shitty division. The coach
it is
likes
32. I knew it was 30. I knew 32 sounded better.
Coach likes to videotape the opposing team and get away with it.
Right.
The referees favor them more than the other teams would.
All right. Look, we'll just we'll go from there. All right. We'll move on to the next subject because you guys both picked Montana, and again, I also love Joe Montana. I think Joe Montana is one of the best quarterbacks.
Brady's gonna be 43. He's 42. Yeah.
So look, Montana is definitely one of the best quarterbacks. He's up there. When you think of the great quarterbacks of all time, Montana definitely comes into consideration. But so does Brady. And with these numbers, I just don't see anybody topping this. You know, and say what you want, you could take everything into effect, but now you got to go. The fact that he's still playing, he's still building upon these numbers. So let's see
you can't.
You don't think anybody can do it after?
Here's what I'm not getting. Here's what I'm not getting with you on this.
Okay.
Honestly, you don't think the rules in 1981 or 82 when he won his first Super Bowl are completely different from the rules going into today?
100% they are.
When did he win this first Super Bowl?
99.
I thought he won his first Super Bowl.
99.
It was 99?
I think it was 99, the Rams, right?
I thought the 98-99 was Broncos.
Hold on.
I thought the Patriots won, and then the Rams won.
So then 99-2000.
I'm pretty sure Tom Brady didn't win until 2002, 2003. No, not even. I think it was 2002. Because you had the Raiders and Buccaneers, I think, in 03. Hold on.
I'm throwing everybody off.
I don't think Tom Brady. I don't think Tom Brady won.
It's the white claw, Joe. She was doing it.
Well, first of all, Tom Brady didn't start the league until 2000. 2001.
2003.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah,
2001 was the Ravens.
My bad.
2001 was the Ravens. 2002 were the Buccaneers versus Raiders. And then 2003 was the Patriots Panthers.
It was the Rams.
No. Patriots beat I thought the Patriots. No, wait, was it the Rams? You're right. There was the 2004. Then was the the Panthers then.
Right. Because what wasn't that supposed to be? The Rams supposed to be going back to back. Warner was going to win back to back Super Bowls, and then he stopped them.
No, because the Rams won in 2000, and the Giants lost to the Ravens in 2001.
Oh yeah. No, but what I'm saying. So if you compare,
2003 was the Panthers. It was the Panthers and the Patriots.
Okay, so when did they beat the Rams? I don't think they beat the Rams. The Broncos beat the Rams. The Broncos beat the Rams, and then the following year, yeah, I'm lost too.
I'm telling.
No, so
Joe,
Mike,
you got me drinking this stuff. I'll throw everybody off. I'll throw everybody off.
We're having a good time.
Broncos beat the Rams, and then they beat the Falcons, and then the Rams beat the Titans. Remember, Titans were a yard away from scoring.
The longest yard.
That was the only Super Bowl that the Rams won. So yeah, so I that's what got me lost too, because I'm trying to remember. I'm what do you call it? I'm agreeing with you too, and I knew I was
looking this shit up. My brain is fucking fried.
I was almost 100% sure that the Patriots.
I watched every fucking Super Bowl there is, and you still remember this shit.
Yeah, I remember the Patriots beating. That was the one that Vinatieri won for them. But again, with like little to no time, Brady marched them down the field back in 2003.
Whenever somebody says Vinatieri, I automatically think of the Colts.
So what I'm saying to you is you wanted to say that the rules were different back in 2003 when Brady won his first Super Bowl, right?
Probably some of them changed already. I mean,
of course they did.
Going 20 years.
But from 2003 to now, which is almost 20 years, wouldn't you say that the rules got different?
Completely different.
That's right. But that's what I said.
Right, but he still won a Super Bowl.
That's the point he's trying to make.
But I'm trying to use your point against you. He still won a Super Bowl back then, though. So,
but no, he's talking about the 80s, though. He's not talking about 2000.
No, but he's the one that brought it up. He's the one that said, "Don't you think that the rules were different when Brady won his first Super Bowl?" And I'm actually saying, yeah,
okay,
yeah. You're actually feeding to my point where it doesn't matter whatever. I honestly don't think it matters whatever.
No, I get it.
Brady
I get
plays.
what you're saying. Yeah,
I think if you put here's what I'm going to say.
Also, back then he was a lot younger and he was able to take fucking hits back then, not like he is now. He's older.
You take Tom Brady and you give him a Jerry. You take Tom Brady in his prime and you give him a prime Jerry Rice. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
it's not. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if Joe Montana threw a pass down the field to Jerry Rice,
right,
and there's a guy coming after him, right?
Yeah.
And if he just put his finger on Jerry Rice and Jerry Rice dropped the ball, that would be an incomplete pass.
Right. So does Montana have that?
Just say correct.
No, but that's the same thing for Montana, though.
No, what I'm saying is if Joe Montana threw a pass in 1985
right,
to Jerry Rice, and Jerry Rice was being chased down by somebody, put his finger on Jerry Rice's shoulder, and Jerry Rice didn't catch the ball, it would be an incomplete pass.
The same as it would be in 2020. It's the same thing.
Okay. No, because
he's saying 2020 be pass interference.
And then if you get touched with a pinky or whatever,
he's got a point, Joe.
On the guy's shoulder, it's the whatever the call for the pass interference is, the amount of yards down the field.
Right.
All right, but you also got to understand, somebody like Jerry Rice probably got the benefit of the doubt for a lot of plays because he was Jerry Rice. It's not like pass interferences weren't called back then. Pass interference isn't. Pass interference isn't the argument here, though. No. No. Pass interference still was called back then. That rule never changed.
Let me ask this question. In pass interference,
yes,
does the quarterback get credited for the yards after the penalty?
No.
So let's say Brady throws a 40-yard pass. It's pass interference to give him 40 yards.
No, of course not. That's a penalty. Yardage, right? That's a penalty. No. That's not how a penalty works. If you throw the ball, let's say you throw the ball 60 yards down the field, and the receiver, the defender gets called for pass interference, that's a penalty. Now, if the receiver actually caught the ball and the team declines the pass interference, because obviously you would. Why wouldn't you? Since
Right.
you wouldn't, because pass interference might add yardage to where the catch was. I don't honestly. It does, whatever. It doesn't matter. To answer your question, simply is no. That the quarterback and the receiver do not get credit for the yards gained on a pass interference. It's a penalty. That's why on some calls, teams will on some plays when the catch is actually made and they run further than where the spot of the foul was, they're going to decline it. So the yardage can be counted. But either way, look, I get it. They played in two different leagues. I'm going to go by the stats. I'm going to go by the fact that I just feel like
two different errors.
Two different errors. That's what I meant. Yeah. So I'm going to go Brady and you guys go Montana. So we will go to the next one.
Okay.
Let's move this along, gentlemen.
Fuck Tom Brady.
So here we go. We got two different errors again.
This is a good one.
One is still playing.
This is a good one.
This is what I did for this one.
This is tough, man.
It's not tough. I made it. I simplified this one. Nick says Joe Montana as well. 2007 Brady had 50 touchdowns, 8 interceptions with Moss. Imagine Rice. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we're gonna go. Now we're on Greg Maddux. Now, obviously, the amount of seasons Greg Maddux pitched compared to Jacob deGrom, there's no comparison.
No, yeah.
deGrom pitched 6 seasons. And Maddux, I don't know the amount of seasons, but he has a lot. But here's what I did for Maddux and whatever. So Maddux has a win total lifetime of 355 wins. Obviously, deGrom is nowhere near that. I don't think deGrom even hit 100 yet. deGrom has 66 wins so far in his career. I took Greg Maddux at the age of 26 to the age of 31 to compare both. So deGrom came up at 26 and he's still pitching at 31 and so on and so forth. So that's what I did for that. So I'll go into stats in a minute. You guys, obviously you see Jacob deGrom pitch now. He's a Met. He's arguably the best pitcher of the Mets. I think he's better than Syndergaard. I really don't think there's even a comparison. He's back-to-back Cy Young winner. But you also saw Greg Maddux pitch as well. Which in the regard to this, barring the fact that they pitch in different eras, who would you say is the better pitcher?
Jesus, this is tough.
Yeah, it's very tough.
I mean, no, because like you said, deGrom, only 5 seasons.
Dan Marino number 2. Dan Marino is definitely up there. The only shame for Dan Marino, and I always feel bad about that, is the fact
he never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. It's horrible. He was just on bad teams. It's as simple as that. I mean, don't get me wrong, good teams. He made it to the Super Bowl, but just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. All right, so getting back to this one.
This is tough. I mean, I love Jacob, and I mean, I love Greg Maddux too. Greg Maddux was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, statistically, I don't have statistics in front of me, but I gotta say, statistically, Greg Maddux. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
It would be a no-brainer for according to statistics.
And I'm gonna have to go with Maddux. I have to.
Maddux.
Yeah. I mean, so the only thing that deGrom has on Maddux in that period in time is his strikeouts.
I was just gonna say, do you have the stats up? What was Maddux's strikeouts? What was his career?
His career or in the 6 years?
Well, yeah. In the 6 years,
I'll give you both. So in his career totals are over 3,000. 3,371 strikeouts.
Wow. And how long did he play for?
Dude, 84
Has been over 20 years, right?
Right. I thought so.
He pitched a lot of seasons. I don't know why I didn't write that down, because I wrote that down for my other stats. So it's annoying. But so really quick for Maddux, right?
Go ahead.
8-time All-Star, 4-time, not just 4-time, but 4 years in a row Cy Young Award winner. And And then obviously with deGrom, we have he's the three-time All-Star, 2-time Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Which it had to be like 22 years, something like that. I think it was
that makes
22.
sense. Yeah.
And Mike even says it's not even close. It's Maddux. But Mike, what I did was, and I don't know if you heard me, I took Maddux at the age 26, and I put him up to 31. He even actually had a better year at 32, but we can't even add that. So in the 6 seasons that Maddux pitched from the age of 26 to 31, he amassed 109 wins. He won 20 games in 2 years. Oh wait, no, I think in his career he won 20. So in his career he won 20 games twice. But he has 109 wins over deGrom's 66. But again, wins is. Here's the thing, though.
Where did he spend most of his career? Was it the Padres? No, not the Padres. The Braves. Yeah, the Braves. Yeah,
he came up with the Cubs, though.
I was going to say that. Yeah, the Cubs, the Braves.
Yeah.
Where did he finish? Where did he finish his career?
I think he went back to the Cubs.
Started his career. Wait. I got it right here. Started in 1986. His career ended with the Dodgers in 2008. So he spent 22 years in the majors.
22 years. Yeah.
He was with the Cubs, Braves, Dodgers, Padres.
He did pitch for the Padres. Okay.
Yeah, but that was when his career was pretty much whatever.
Right.
His career pretty much over after because after he left the Cubs the second time,
that would be a good comparison
pitcher, Mike Maddux. Was he related to him? No, right?
I believe so.
That was his brother.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That was his brother.
Okay.
But another comparison would have been Pedro Martinez. But I wanted to pick Jacob deGrom only because he's a pitcher now that whatever. So the only stats that he really comes close at, because again, 109 wins, 44 losses. deGrom has 66 wins and 49 losses. But here's the thing: when it comes to wins and losses, that's more of a team thing than it is an individual.
Right.
His ERA in that 6 seasons is 2.11. deGrom is 2.62. So they're not too far with ERA. Maddux also pitched 193 games, 192 games.
What about strikeouts in that 6 years?
I'm going to get to it. So 192 games versus 171 games. Because again, and pitchers went deeper than pitchers now. Because Maddux pitched 47 complete games in 6 seasons. Versus 3 for deGrom.
Yeah, back then, back then we didn't have specialists to come in up against lefties.
That's who, though.
The guy to, like the reliever for the closer and the closer and then the long. No, too many.
14 shutouts. He had 14.
Oh, by the way, you said deGrom had 2 back-to-back Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
Maddux has 4.
I said 4. Yeah.
To 95.
Yeah, I said 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. Oh, wait. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's right, because you wouldn't count the strike year anyway. It doesn't matter. So 14 shutouts versus the deGrom's 1. And here's where the strikeouts come. So we had fewer walks than deGrom does, but he has 1,082 strikeouts versus deGrom's 1,255. So to put it in perspective, for every 9 batters, strikeouts per no, for every 9 innings, Maddux averaged 6.9 strikeouts. For every 9 innings, deGrom averages 10.3. Wow. So that's the only thing that deGrom has. He strikes you out. So, but yeah, there really is no comparison. And when you look, I did this for fun. I knew pretty much everybody would pick Greg Maddux. I just feel like, and again, I wanted to make it easier. I thought maybe it would make it easier if I just take the 6 seasons from Maddux at the age deGrom was. Maybe it would make it a little bit more closer, which it does in some of the numbers, just not when it comes to wins at 109 wins and 44 losses. That's just insane. It's just insane. I think one year he went 20-2.
Maddux?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But
22.
Yeah.
That's fucking unfathomable. That's crazy.
What's funny? I'm actually scrolling through scrolling through who like won the Cy Youngs from like all those years to see what years Maddux had.
Yeah.
And I'm scrolling and I saw R.A. Dickey from the New York Mets in 2006.
I still can't
The
believe he won
knuckleball
that.
pitcher.
Yeah,
2006.
That's crazy. Yeah.
He won 20-6 and won the Cy Young, the only knuckleball pitcher to win the award.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. What
Wow.
year did he do? Hold on. 19 and 2. I'm sorry.
I think it was.
He went 19 and 2.
I mean, yeah.
And that was when he was 29.
Not that far off. Yeah, 19 and 2 is still fucking impressive, man.
Yeah. 19 and 2. He was averaging about 19 to 18 wins. All right, so James, we're going to go to the next one we're going to is something that you had. So now we got the debate from Albert Pujols, which is still an active player. Pretty much at the end of his career. His contract ends next year. He doesn't know if he's going to retire, though, he said. And then, of course, Jim Thome. So what do you got?
Well, Thome played for 22 years from 91 to 2012 as an infielder and DH. Played for 6 different teams, most notably for the Indians during the 90s and 2000s.
Right. And did he play for the White Sox?
I don't. I think it's possible. I don't have what teams he played for. That's the only thing I don't have.
Did.
No, but he had 612 career home runs, 2,328 hits, 1,689 runs batted in, 276 batting average, member of 5 All-Star teams, and won the Silver Slugger Award in 96.
Right.
Pujols, obviously first baseman DH for the Angels, played 11 seasons for the Cardinals. He was a 3-time National League MVP, 2005, 2008, 2009. 9-time All-Star, 2001, 2003, 2003 through to 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Joined the Angels in 2012, made one All-Star appearance in 2015. As of 2019, he has a 300 batting average, 3,202 hits, 656 home runs, 2,075 runs batted in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, statistically, Pujols is the better player, but I thought it was a good comparison between the two. I think Thome was phenomenal. I mean,
how many seasons is Pujols at? Thome was 22. What is
11 with the Cardinals, and then let's see, Angels 2012.
So 18.
Yeah, 18 years exactly.
So the Thome's got 4 years on him, right? 4 seasons on him. I mean, I don't know, Mike. What do you what's your pick on this one?
I think Pujols is will be the better pick on this.
Yeah. I think the numbers speak for themselves.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Thome. I think Thome was awesome. Definitely one of the best players.
Thome was a power. Thome was literally power.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he has more seasons on Pujols, but the home runs are it's just, what is it? No, I'm sorry. Where is it? I had it. 612. So again.
Yeah, I mean, Pujols at 656, but
Thome and he has less seasons to do it, though.
Yeah, no, I know.
A lot of people thought when Pujols came up and he had those first few seasons where he was, popping them out or whatever, a lot of people thought that he was going to be the one to possibly catch Bonds. He's
I would have believed that. Yeah, definitely.
He's a little over 100 away from doing so, but I don't see that happening unless he had like 2 monster seasons at like 50 and change. But it does raise the question of if he maybe I don't know. I don't know what it would have taken. Maybe a couple more seasons. I have no idea. If he would have started, I don't know. But I think when it comes down to it, numbers, it's got to be Pujols. And it's not even. And also from what Mike had said back when we were talking about Piazza versus Pudge, Pujols was an all-around player as well. He's good on his defense as well.
Yeah, he definitely was.
And
he definitely is, I should say.
He's got 114 stolen bases versus Thome's 19. So I mean, Pujols isn't a fast guy, but he's not. He doesn't mind swiping a bag every now and then. On base percentage goes to Thome. And the slugging percentage goes to Thome. But again, Pujols did hit a little bit more home runs. I want to see what the other one was, though. What is the I want to see the at bats. No, so every 13 at bats, Thome hit a home run versus every 16 for Pujols. So it's not that much of a difference.
No, yeah,
That is true. Yes, he wasn't only a power hitter, but he had average. So he had averages, and he doesn't really strike out that much either. I think the comparison between the two in strikeouts is ridiculous. So Thome in his 22 seasons struck out a little over 2,500 times.
wow.
Pujols didn't even hit 1,300 yet. That's how little Pujols strikes out. So that's another thing too.
Yeah,
And that's what you want in a guy that generally.
sure.
Yeah, but
definitely.
that basically right there showed you that he's the
Yeah,
him being a home run hitter type guy. A lot of those type of guys strike out a lot.
yeah, exactly. So, and that's the opposite for Pujols. Pujols has 656. What is it? 656.
656. Yeah.
Yeah, 656 home runs, and the guy doesn't even strike out. So yeah, I think this is a no-brainer. I'm going to go Pujols. Let's switch out gears to hockey.
Okay.
So you got a guy that's still active, still playing,
my favorite sport.
and Mario Lemieux. They both play for the same team.
I hate hockey.
Mario Lemieux is actually
Hockey's exciting, but I'd rather go to a game and watch it than watch it on TV. Honestly.
Mario Lemieux is actually Sidney Crosby's mentor.
I heard it's not bad watching the game like live.
It's fun.
No, it's awesome.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, I've been to one game actually my whole entire life.
So who would you guys pick here in this hypothetical?
Off the top of my head, even though they're both phenomenal,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Mario Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux faced a lot of injuries. He did. I
Did
will
he?
say that. He missed a lot of time. He played 17 seasons. Crosby's only at 15 right now. It's
What about the stats? What do we got?
the stats are just mind-blowing. In the 17 seasons, game plays. So games played. Mario Lemieux didn't play as many. He played only 915 compared to Crosby's 984. But in that 915, he almost has 700 goals.
Wow,
He's at 690. Crosby's at 462.
that's crazy.
Yeah. He's got. You hear these fireworks?
Yeah, I do hear it. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. I know it's 4th of July, but this is what I hear every night. There's no difference.
It's
What's
been
the
4th of
door?
July for the last month and a half.
This has been going on for about a month now. What else?
Well, you can't complain now because it's the 4th of July. You
Yeah,
can't
well,
bitch about
yeah.
it tonight.
Tonight I expected, not in the beginning of June.
Not on a Monday
Yeah.
when you're trying to go to fucking bed.
At 3 in the fucking morning. So Lemieux had over 1,000 assists. Crosby has 801. And points, they're almost 500 apart with Mario Lemieux at 1723.
Wow.
And yeah.
Shit.
But here's the other thing though. You got Crosby's a 3-time champ, and Lemieux is a 2-time champ. What is this? 51 goal. Well, I don't know what this means.
What does it say?
Is this in the playoffs? I think it's in the playoffs. 51 goals in the playoffs. Yeah, it's the playoffs. All right. So 51 goals, 85 goals. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's the best season. So in their best season, Lemieux scored 85 goals, 114 assists with 199 points.
Wow.
Crosby only had 51 goals, 84 assists, and 120 points. Now, again, Crosby's still playing. In 2 seasons, when he matches 17, he can get a little closer in some of these numbers, but I don't think it's any comparison. And Lemieux has always been my favorite. I know Gretzky has better numbers, but I always favored Lemieux over Gretzky. And Mike's right. Lemieux could have been better than Gretzky.
Lemieux had a brother, Claude Lemieux, right? Was his other?
I don't know. I don't think they were related.
Oh, they're not related?
I don't think
thought
so.
They were. Okay.
No,
I could be wrong.
Lemieux in French Canada over there in Quebec is like the
Smith.
same as calling somebody Smith or Jones.
Smith,
It's the
yeah.
same thing.
Really?
But I could be wrong. Honestly, I'm really
I thought for
do
sure
not
they
know.
were related.
I don't think Claude Lemieux. I'll look it up really quick. What else are we doing? But I'm almost positive they're not. And if anybody knows at home, you can let me know. But
I don't think anybody's at home.
Is Lemieux? It comes up. Is Mario Lemieux dead? No, they're not related.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think they were. I did not think they were. So yeah, I'm going to go. Again, I know some of these are going to be like, all right, come on, Joe. Really? You're really going to say Sidney? Is Sidney Crosby like Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky? Maybe that could have been a good comparison. But I wanted to do the two Penguins.
Well, it's not bad. It's not a bad.
No,
comparison.
I mean, look, Crosby does have 3 rings, but again, that's a team accomplishment. That's not necessarily a personal accomplishment. But Crosby.
But didn't Mario get Sidney one? Didn't Mario get Sidney one of those rings?
As an owner.
Oh, wow.
Mario Lemieux is the only one to have his only
I player.
No. Only play. Wait, maybe. They might have been on the same team. You're right. I don't know if it was when they won the ring.
Didn't he come in right before Mario left?
I think so, yeah. I think they did play one season. I think one season overlap, but Lemieux is the only one. No, we wouldn't have gotten him that ring because that wouldn't have made sense. Then Lemieux would have had an extra ring then. But Mario Lemieux is the only one in history to have his name on the cup as a player and an owner. Because he won it with the Penguins as an owner as well. So that's another good accolade for Mario Lemieux, and just another reason why I'm also going to go with Mario Lemieux. All right, we're not doing that one yet because that one is too good. Really quick. Let me just.
And I'm going with Mario Lemieux because it's Mario Lemieux.
All right, James, this was another one of yours, so let's do this one. Charles Barkley versus Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. I think this is actually really good.
Where did you come up with this combination?
This one's a great combination.
Yeah, why not? Yeah,
and they played in the same era. So there's no, the rules in the 80s were or 90s were different basketball.
Stop it.
This is
Tom Brady sucks. How's that for my fucking response? Fuck you, Tom Brady.
I don't
listen. I gotta admit, I don't think he sucks, but
there's no way you can say
he's definitely a little on
fucking prick, and everybody knows it.
All right, so what do you got, James?
All right, so obviously Malone played as power forward. So was Barkley. Malone played 18 years in the NBA with the Utah Jazz from 85 to 2003. Played one season for the Lakers before he retired.
Right.
2-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA first team. 3,928 career points scored, ranked second all-time NBA history behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Holds the record for the most.
Wait, what did you say? How many points?
36,928.
Oh, 3,000.
No.
I was like, what? Yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Second behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
He also holds the record for the most free throws attempted and made.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Addition to being tied for the second most first team All-NBA selections with Kobe and behind LeBron James.
Mailman.
The mailman. That's right. And we got Sir Charles.
Brown
Charles. Mound to rebound.
That's just terrible.
Nicknames.
That's just terrible.
Let's see. What do we got? Drafted as a junior by the Philadelphia 76ers with the 5th pick of the 1984 NBA draft. Selected to the All-NBA first team 5 times. The All-NBA second team 5 times.
Oh, shit.
And once to the All-NBA third team.
What the hell does that even mean?
I'm just... this is
what is an All-NBA second team? What does it even fucking mean? What does that mean?
What did you do? Buy a fucking autobiography? What the fuck are you reading over
Like
there?
what?
I'm just reading his accolades. That's all.
Charles Barkley grew up a
All right,
fatty.
whatever. Fuck you both.
Dude, just
Oh,
say
he
the
wasn't good enough to
stats.
make the all-first team.
Who the fuck is
Hold on
he?
a
What is
minute.
the all NBA? Well, he won the he did make the first team 5 times.
He earned 11 NBA All-Star Game appearances and was named the All-Star MVP in 91. In 93, with the Phoenix Suns, he was voted the league's most valuable player. And during the NBA's 50th anniversary, named one of the 50 greatest players in the NBA history.
Okay.
He competed in the 92 and 96 Olympics. Mike, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I did the research. What did you fucking do? Nothing.
Go.
I was jerking off, okay?
Won 2 gold medals as a team member of the United States Dream Team. Barkley is 2-time inductee to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame.
I'm going to take a shit right how back you should be done.
All right, whatever. I'm done.
I love you, James. You know that.
Go suck a dick.
So who do you have then? Out of everything
Only
that you
in your
just said,
dreams.
who
I
do
don't
you
know.
pick?
Honestly, I'm going to go with Karl Malone.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that, I don't know, just watching Malone, watching Barkley, statistically, probably Barkley was probably better. But I don't know, watching Malone versus watching Barkley, to me, Malone was more, I guess, charismatic, if you want to say he was. I just think I think he was a better player. I do. I liked, he was more exciting to watch growing up.
All right. Well, Mike, what about you? We'll do me later. We'll do me in last. Who would you go if you had to pick Karl Malone versus Charles Barkley? Who you got?
Karl Malone.
And why? So why were you very quick to say that? Why you say Karl Malone?
All around he's better. I mean,
You there, Mike?
there we go. Oh, I'm back.
Okay. So you were saying all around he's whatever.
My
What?
fucking internet's fucking up again.
He's all around he's better.
All around he's a better player than Charles Barkley was.
Okay. I think the only edge that Barkley had over Malone was the rebounds. To be honest with you. And I think blocks. But that was his best season. I'm sorry. That was the best season. Total blocks, no, but Malone has them. What is the season number again? Comparison?
Malone played 18 years. I know
No, Malone
that.
played 19. 19 more
19,
seasons.
yeah, well,
19
19,
season,
yeah.
and Barkley played 16. And also don't forget, Karl Malone probably would have had 2 rings had it not been Jordan. And then I guess in that regard, you can say Barkley might have had a ring as well with the Suns had it not been for Jordan.
Right.
But,
Jordan.
Malone took his team to the finals back-to-back years. Back-to-back years, he lost to the Bulls. But, neither one of them have an NBA championship, which makes it a little bit more even.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
But Malone has 2 MVPs over 1. I think when you look at the stats, because James, you said Malone was more. James, you said Malone was more charismatic.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I thought anyway.
And then you said Barkley has better stats.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. It's a toss-up, really. I mean,
I think for me it was reversed. I think
Malone,
Barkley was more charismatic. Barkley had the presence on the field, on the court.
Yeah.
He was more charismatic. Malone wasn't. Malone just played, and Malone delivered. I mean, that's why they called him the mailman. He delivered. I mean, he has more points per game. Again, defensively, no. That's why I said Barkley's a little bit better. With steals, it's just an edge. But Mikey's back. Hold on. There he is. But points, it's not even close. Malone has 36,000.
My internet service.
Barkley has only 23,000.
Here we go again.
So yeah, I'm going to go Malone. I think Malone had the better numbers. And
Oh, here goes my fireworks.
and there it is. All right. Yeah, Malone was as serious as a heart attack. 100%. But I also did like I did like Charles Barkley. I did.
No, that's what I'm saying. I
So
thought
he
it
was a great player.
comparison. Yeah,
He was a great player. He was a good player with the Suns. He was a good player with the Rockets. He was a good player. He was. But
76ers, yeah.
Oh, and you can't forget about the 76ers. Yeah. That's the team he came up with.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So moving on really quick. We only got a few more, and then I'm saving the best for last. Who you got? You got that sweet swinging Ken Griffey Jr.
This is really tough.
Or the home run steroid using Barry Bonds.
Yeah, but I mean, even without the steroid, I mean, Bonds was a good fucking player, man.
He was, and that's why I hesitated. Doing this one. It's hard. It really is. It's hard to compare Ken Griffey with anybody. The reason why I picked Barry Bonds is because Barry Bonds is the only one with numbers as close to Griffey, and they're both left-handed. But that being said, it's just when you look at the numbers.
Yeah, I don't know if I have an answer. I don't know if I have an answer for this one, honestly.
Wait, what?
No, I was saying I don't know if I have an answer on this one.
James, I think James is watching television.
No, I don't have nothing's on. I don't have TV on.
Does your grandmother?
Yeah, but the door is shut. You can hear the TV.
Yeah.
Wow, it's loud.
Yeah.
I mean, I can barely hear it. Dude, all I really hear is us talking and the fireworks. All right. So let's not stray from this too much. I hesitate doing this only because of the steroid thing. And I also with you, James, I feel like, yeah, he took steroids. Yeah, he was, he was found guilty doing so. But at the same time, how much did that really do?
I don't think he took steroids till later on in his career, though. I think
a lot.
Yeah, it was later on in his career. I mean, you saw.
I mean, his career. He had a great career.
Yeah, and they played for exactly the same amount of seasons, 22 years.
He started using steroids once he got to the Giants.
Yeah.
When he got to San Francisco, that's where his head blew up like a watermelon.
They both have almost similar at-bat numbers. Same amount of at-bats. 9,847 for Bonds, 9,801 for Griffey. Both played for 2 years. Obviously, Griffey's a Hall of Famer. Bonds probably will not get in, unfortunately. Griffey's a 13-time All-Star. Bonds is a 14-time All-Star. Griffey won 10 Gold Gloves. Bonds won 8. And Griffey won MVP.
You think a guy who cheated deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
You think a guy who cheated his way into the home run records deserves to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, that's the thing. You're only going by home run record. What about all the other stats that he has?
Yeah, but what about before?
No, I'm going by the fact that Barry Bonds put illegal substance into his body that made him stronger to hit more home runs.
Yeah, you can probably say that for the majority of ball players.
Right. You could say that about McGuire. You can say that about, and I thought McGuire was phenomenal.
You could say that about a lot of ball players. You could probably say that about ball players.
You can say about McGuire and Sosa and Roger Clemens.
Does that mean their career should be erased from his
Griffey Jr. was pure. He didn't do that.
No, I'm
not arguing with you about that. Yeah, no.
Dude, I love Griffey. I think he's got the best swing that there's ever been.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I don't know. It's debatable. It is.
This ain't debatable.
All right.
You have a guy that cheated, breaking the single season home run record and the all-time home run record.
Right.
While shoving a needle in his ass every year that he did it.
Wait, who are we talking about? A-Rod now?
No, I'm talking about Barry Bonds, that bulky-headed asshole.
I don't know. I just think if you just I look, I go by the numbers. Look, I want to say Griffey. Don't get me wrong, I really do. And I hate what Barry Bonds did. I hate what Barry Bonds did.
If you know he did something illegal, then you know that the other guy is better.
We'll never know what Bonds would have been without the steroids. It's true. He was a 5-2 player
Right.
on Pittsburgh. Griffey would have had the home record if he would have stayed healthy. He
How
probably would have.
many? Here. How many home runs did Barry Bonds have before leaving Pittsburgh?
I don't know. It's hard to say. There's no way I can say that.
That's what I want to know.
I didn't add that up. I just know his home run total is 762. I know that. And that's the record.
Yeah, well, about 400 of those shouldn't count.
Here's the other crazy thing, though.
And actually have an asterisk next to it.
Yeah, my brother says about in the 300s, you would think. Here's the other crazy thing. He's got 514 stolen bases. Griffey had 184.
Wow.
77 triples. Griffey had 38. 601 doubles. Griffey had 524. So that's not that big of a difference. But
Yeah, I mean, you can't attribute stolen bases to steroids. I mean,
no,
yeah.
he was a good player. He was a fast guy too, especially in Pittsburgh.
Well, I'm talking about when he went to San Francisco. He wasn't fast anymore.
He might have. I think he still was. Exactly. That's what a 5-2 player is. He had everything.
Yeah.
He had everything. 8-time Gold Glove. So he was good in his defense. He was great. He was a great defender. I mean, Griffey had 10, but still, 7-time MVP. I believe Griffey won 1. So I don't know, man. You have a lot of similarities. The on-base percentage is not even close. On-base percentage is 444. Griffey isn't even in 400s. He's at 370. Slugging percentage, Bonds is over 600. And the walks is just unbelievable. Over 2,500 walks.
For Bonds?
Yeah.
Wow.
Versus 1312 for Griffey.
Shit.
Yeah. Hits they're not too far from. RBIs are actually not too far from. And here's the other thing, though, too. Bonds, 1,539 strikeouts. That's it. In 22 years.
What did Griffey have?
1779. Lifetime batting average of 298 for Bonds. Griffey was 284.
Close.
I agree. You really can't compare a cheater, though. And edge does go to Griffey because of that.
Yeah.
Because you can shave as many. If you shave whatever off, then Griffey gets it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
That's what Mike was saying. Griffey really deserves to get it.
If you go just by stats alone, you would have to pick Bonds because he was all around.
Right.
He was all around, but because of the steroids. And that's why I wanted to have this discussion. Like, what do you take away from a ball player that does that, is what I'm saying. So, unfortunately, because of that, you have to give Griffey the edge. And again, I grew up loving Griffey Jr.
You know what the most home runs Barry Bonds hit in Pittsburgh?
What?
31.
34.
34, okay.
Really?
34. And his last year in Pittsburgh, 34 home runs.
Wow.
No, it was said.
46 in his first year with the Giants. 37.
It was said that
he never went. There was never a season that Barry Bonds was under 30 home runs while he was a Giant.
Unbelievable.
Wow. That's the part that I'm trying to make you guys understand.
Oh, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
All right. Well, I guess we're all picking Ken Griffey Jr. by default, right?
Yeah, I gotta say Griffey.
Yep.
All right. Now this one, you would think to yourself, why is this even a discussion? Deion Sanders, Charles Woodson, they're both cornerbacks. What was I going to say? But it's actually closer than you think. Now, Woodson played 18 years and Deion only played 14. Deion missed about 3 seasons, I think, because of baseball. He also played baseball as well, which is another reason why I wanted to put him in similar category with Woodson, only because of the fact that he missed a few seasons because of baseball. But now Charles Woodson was a better basically almost like I want to say he was like a linebacker when it came to whatever, because he would put hits on the quarterback. He forced fumbles. He I think, what has he got? Yeah, 33 forced fumbles versus Deion's 10. Deion was more of an interceptor. Deion intercepted the ball. Deion was also known for his punt and kick returns. That was prime time. That was what he did. He put on a show. But here's the thing. So in 251 games started for Charles Woodson, he had 65 interceptions. In 157 games started for Deion, he had 53 interceptions. There's only a 12 interception difference, and Woodson almost played 100 more games. He has more yards, 1,331, and he's got 2 fewer touchdowns than Woodson does in, like I said, in 100 fewer games.
Wow.
So he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Woodson, I believe, only won 1. 8-time Pro Bowl. Woodson's a 9-time Pro Bowl. And 3-time All-Pro for Charles Woodson. So that's why I'm saying. So fumble recovery is 13 for 18. Forced fumble is whatever. So again, the numbers are kind of comparable. But who do you pick in this conversation? Do you go with prime time, who was known for his speed and his interceptions, and obviously his kick return and punt return, or do you go with Charles Woodson? Either one of you guys can say.
I'm going to go with, I had to say Deion.
We going with Neon Deion?
Yeah.
Prime time?
Yeah.
Mike, what about you? You going with Neon Deion or Charles Woodson?
Now I gotta go with Deion Sanders because you gotta remember a couple of things too. Is like you said, there were clauses in his contract with the Braves that he wasn't allowed to play football.
Yeah, exactly. He missed 3 seasons
with the season being over.
He missed 3
and
seasons.
Also, I mean, like he played like half seasons, and then he did that one game where I think he played a game with the. What was it? He was playing with the Falcons at the time.
Yeah,
and then he drove, and then he drove over to Fulton County Stadium to play in the playoff game.
Yeah.
And then he pissed the shit out of Tim McCarver with the Shane Payne bat.
So Woodson
gave comments about him saying that he didn't like the 2-sport thing.
And that's what I was saying about Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson was known for his hitting. Like he would hit, like I said, 33 forced fumbles. He would go after the quarterback. He was like a linebacker back there. And again, he played 4 more years. I just feel like when you go by the years, when you go by the games started, and the fact that Woodson has almost 100 games over Deion, and Deion did miss 3 seasons because of baseball, and he played another sport. Granted, Deion was not a good tackler. He wasn't known for his strength. He wasn't known for that. He was just known for he was prime time. And just because of that, just because of the entertainment value, and because he was such a good player, I'm going to go with Deion. I love Charles Woodson. Don't get me. I mean, I also love Rod Woodson too, but I think Charles Woodson is a great cornerback. He was a great cornerback, but I'm going to go with Neon Deion here as well. And this is going against the numbers. The only thing that Deion really has more than Woodson is the yards from an interception. He just had so his longest interception in his career was 93-yard interception. Woodson's at 62. So Woodson wasn't known for that. But again, Woodson also wasn't known for punt and kick return. Primetime was. So he also did that. He had more. He added more to a team than I think Woodson did.
But the positions are also, I mean, like you said, the positions are different also. Where a cornerback, like you said, is more of a tackling type, where Deion being a safety.
No. They're both cornerbacks.
They're both cornerbacks?
Both CBs. That's why I picked. Yeah, that's why I picked. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. There are when you go into the backfield, when you go into that, like a defensive back, and you go into like cornerbacks or whatever, you can switch. But for the majority of his stats, they either say LCB or RCB. So he's either a left or a right cornerback. I didn't see safety there. So, but what like my brother says though, it's true. CBs are hard because the better you are, the less you think they throw to you. So a quarterback has to be mindful. Okay, well, Dion is covering that guy. I'm not going to throw to that guy because Dion is there.
Right.
But same thing could say about Woodson. Woodson was also a good defender as far as a cornerback. So I don't know. I'm still going Neon Dion. So you guys both picked Neon Dion?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think that was an easier one. All right, we got two more. Barry Sanders versus Emmitt Smith.
You're making these tougher by the second.
Well, they're tough, but the thing is, Emmitt Smith had so many more years. It just sucks. Yeah. But at the same time,
I got to hear the stats on these ones.
I don't know how many more years Emmitt Smith played. But the game started. I'm going to go by game started, not games. But games started. Emmitt Smith has 219.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders has 151.
Wow.
So it's
but wasn't Barry's career cut short though? Like he retired early.
He did. He retired very early.
Wow.
He only played 150. He only played 151 games.
And he was more of the prototype of running back than Emmitt was also. I mean, but he actually started that type of style.
So almost 10 seasons, about 9.5 seasons he played. Barry Sanders. So in 219 games, Emmitt Smith has 4,409 rushing yards, right? I'm sorry. You'd be like, that's way too low. 4,409 rushing attempts. In those attempts, he got 18,355 yards rushing. That's Emmitt Smith's total. Barry Sanders in 3,062 rushing attempts has 15,269. So he's got over 1,000 less rushing attempts, and he's only about 3,000 short of Emmitt Smith's total. Emmitt Smith has way more, almost double of touchdowns. Yes, Mike, I believe so. I believe I looked that up too. If I'm not mistaken, I think it is true. Barry averaged about 6 or more yards a carry.
Okay.
I mean, you could just do it based on attempts and yards. The only thing that is shockingly higher is the touchdowns. Smith had 164 versus Barry didn't even break 100. He had 99.
Wow.
So
I mean, but look at the teams they play. I mean, look at the teams they played for too.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that put people in the stands in Detroit was Barry Sanders.
Right. Yeah. The Lions were a horrible fucking team.
In their best years, in their best seasons, right? And Barry Sanders had 335 rushing attempts, and the highest he rushed for was 2,053 with 16 touchdowns. Emmitt Smith rushed 377 rushing attempts that year, and he only got 1,773.
Wow.
But 25 touchdowns. And yeah, that is true. Lions were a shitty team. Cowboys were Super Bowl winners. Cowboys were great. Cowboys have a great they had a great offensive line. They had everything back then.
I mean, did Barry retire because of injury, or he just got tired of the game?
I think he just got tired of the game, but he was a 10-time Pro Bowl versus Emmitt Smith's 8. They're both Hall of Famers. I'm giving it to Barry. I know Emmitt Smith played longer. I know he has more. His stats are higher. He has way more touchdowns. I get it. But touchdowns can mean anything. Touchdowns can be Aikman throwing it to Irvin. They're on the 2-yard line. All right, we'll give it to Emmitt Smith pounding in. You know?
I'm just wondering if Barry Sanders would have went to another team, what would have happened?
Right.
I know going from Detroit to say to I don't know, like a halfway decent team. I mean,
the Lions weren't that bad in the early 90s. They weren't.
well, but Barry started when? What year? 87?
88, 88, 87, 88, something like that.
Of course, Mike. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have, as much as I like Barry Sanders, I'm going to have to say I got to go with Emmitt Smith.
You're going to go with Emmitt Smith?
Yeah.
All right.
Mike, what do you say?
I'm going to go back. I'm going with Barry Sanders just for the simple fact the teams were totally different. I mean, Emmitt Smith
I get it.
Emmitt Smith had like an all-star quality team. Barry Sanders had like, for Christ's sakes, freaking you can get an SEC team that could have played better than the Detroit Lions back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Barry. I think there was no there was no run.
Still popping, huh?
Yeah, they're going to be going on all night. There's no running back. There was no running back like Barry Sanders. He moves like no running back I've ever seen. It was just fun to watch. And Emmitt Smith,
definitely fun. It was a fun time to watch football.
And like I said, he was the basic prototype for the type of running back Emmitt Smith was.
Right. I agree.
Pop.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm
going Barry.
Dogs okay, or
they're with my girlfriend right now. But Anakin's fine. He doesn't really care about this shit. It's the little one.
Sid is bugging the fuck out, right?
She's probably flipping out right now.
Well, that's because Anakin has the force behind him. That's why.
That's true. All right, so I'm going Barry. Mike's going Barry, and James is going Emmitt Smith. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, we have one more. I saved the best for last. This is something that a lot of people. This is a debate that a lot of people have been talking about for years. If it's not LeBron James, it's this one. And it's a question that I wanted to ask, and I want to see what you guys thought. And this is it. Who was the better ball player? Who was it?
Boy.
Was it Michael Jordan or was it Kobe Bryant? Who do you have?
You thought the last one was tough.
That's what I said.
These are all tough. Yeah, they're not easy, man.
One's a 6-time champ. The other one's a 5-time champ. Kobe played more seasons, though. Kobe definitely had that. Kobe had more years on Jordan. He played about 160 games more than Jordan did.
That's the.
Wait. No. I'm sorry. That was just games started. He played almost 300 more games than Jordan played.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I already know you were going to pick Kobe Bryant, Mike. I already knew that. But so let's go over stats really quick. So like I said, we'll go with games started, not just games. Let's go with games started. So games started, you got 1198 for Kobe and 1039 for Jordan. Kobe's field goal percentage is only 447. Jordan had a 497 field goal percentage. Jordan averaged 5.3 assists versus Kobe's 4.7. Kobe had more overall assists, but again, he played more games at 6,306 over Jordan's 5,632. Steals Jordan had better of because Jordan also, people forget, Jordan was an offensive threat, but he also was.
He was great on defense.
He was a great defensive player as well. He averaged 2.3 steals a game, which put him at 2,514 total in his career. Kobe was at 1.4 with 1,944 steals in his career. Points, however, goes to Kobe. Again, Kobe played more seasons. So Kobe has 33,643, averaging 25 points a game. Jordan averaged 30.1 points a game at 32,292 total. Also in his career, Bryant had 21 career triple doubles, with Jordan had 28. But and here's where the other thing gets crazier. 3-point percentage is actually not that far from each other. Jordan shot 327 while Kobe shot 329.
Wow.
And 2 points. Here's the other thing, though, too. So 2 points, even though Kobe leads Jordan in points overall, Michael Jordan had 11,611 2 points, in his career, while Kobe didn't even surpass 10,000. He only had 9,842. And his lifetime 2-point percentage, field goal percentage for 2 points, was 479 versus Jordan's 510. So 50%, over 50% of Jordan's shots were hit. As I said, 6-time champ, 14-time All-Star versus Kobe's 18-time All-Star. But Michael was 5-time MVP versus Bryant's 1-time MVP. What is that? 10-time. He won Rookie of the Year. And he's also a 10-time something. I forgot what Jordan was. Jordan was the better player, but we would never know if Jordan would have won without Pippen. Yeah, but here's the other thing, though, too. I think Jordan would have won without Pippen. I think Pippen just couldn't win without Jordan. I think it's inverted. You probably could have won without Pippen, but
I agree on that one.
what would have Jordan what if Jordan wouldn't have retired in his prime? That's the other thing you're forgetting, Mike. If Jordan wouldn't have left after the 92 season, and if he wouldn't have missed the 93,
how many years did he miss?
He missed. So they won 3, 91. No, well, hold on. 91, 92, 93. Then he missed the 94 season, right? He came back in 95 with a month left of the season to go. So you can't even count that. So his team got eliminated in the first round of the playoffs.
For 2 years.
Basically 2 years, yeah.
So 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So to Mike's point, he said Kobe won without Shaq, but Shaq went on to win with D Wade.
Right. Well, and
so
LeBron.
Shaq was actually
and LeBron. LeBron James.
Where did Shaq win with LeBron?
I thought when they were on the Heat.
Oh, in Cleveland, right?
No, I thought.
No, Shaq wasn't with
Shaq
LeBron.
was on the Heat the same time as LeBron?
I thought so. Wasn't LeBron?
No, it was Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I don't think Shaq was.
You're right. Shaq was not on that team.
When Shaq left.
Yeah, he did.
Shaq left LA.
He didn't.
And
you're
then
right.
he won the next year with D Wade.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And then he was making fun of Kobe. Because Kobe got pissed that he went to Miami.
Yeah, he's right. Shaq won with D Wade before LeBron came, and that is true. So, and Shaq was good on the Magic. He just didn't really. I mean, that's not even true though. Too, he did have Penny Hardaway, but that Magic team was good, but he needed something else. I mean, and that Lakers team that that was with Shaq and Kobe, that was a special team as well. And Phil Jackson obviously has something to do with that too. But I just feel like A, Jordan retired sooner than Kobe did, and B, and it's the second time, he also retired a first time in his prime of his career in the middle of the 2 3-peats. As I'm not saying by default, you give him 2 more rings.
There's no argument with me on this. Jordan, hands down. I mean,
yeah, I'm going with Jordan too.
I mean, yeah, okay. Well, he had Pippen. Well, Kobe had Shaq.
But Mike's
Shaq,
point,
and
though,
like I said, Shaq moved on to help D Wade. The very next season.
Saying that he also won without Shaq as well.
So, but also Michael Jordan won without Pippen when they won the other 3.
And you also got to
Scottie Pippen wasn't on the Bulls on the 3-peat after that.
No, Scottie Pippen was on all 6 championship teams.
He was.
He was. And he almost took the team to the finals the first year without Jordan. But they lost in the 7th game. Pippen and Robin are Hall of Famers. But here's the other thing, though, too, that my brother's forgetting. Pippen, I forgot which year it was out for almost the whole season, or lost at least almost the second half of the season.
Was that 98? Was it the 98 season?
It was either 97 or 98. He was out for almost because of his back.
Right.
He was out for almost the whole year. So Jordan still carried the team. And granted, Jordan did have a good supporting cast. In the first 3 peats, he had Horace Grant. You have Paxson. You have Cartwright back then. You had Horace Grant in the very beginning and stuff like that.
B.J. Armstrong.
B.J. Armstrong, yeah. And then
Wait,
you had
James, did Joey say Horace Grant or Horace Grant?
Horace.
Inside joke.
Inside joke.
We'll tell you later.
All right, but I look. I mean, and I'm really. I don't think I'm being biased. I don't think I'm being biased here. I do love. Look, the Bulls were my team. I do love Jordan. I think Jordan is the best player of all time. Him retiring from basketball, not only too soon. Well, I guess not too soon, because when he retired, I think it was when he did retire the second time. I think it was his time to go. He was on the Wizards. He was playing horribly. But there's always that question of what would have happened. 2 scenarios. What would have happened had he not gone to baseball? And what would have happened if what was it, Krause? Krause was the GM, right?
I don't know who the GM was.
I believe it was Jerry Krause, because Reinsdorf was the owner. What would have happened if Jerry Krause and Reinsdorf would have kept that team together after the 98 season? There's a lot to think about. So, again, granted, I get it. Michael Jordan did have Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen was, to his credit, one of the top 10 players in the league at that time, I think. But it just apparently, I think hands down Michael Jordan gets it.
Yeah. Look, the argument is this: Jordan over Bryant, Jordan over LeBron, Jordan over Steph Curry, Jordan over anybody.
Hold on. When you rank championship teams, when do you pick a player on Lakers over the Bulls? What? I don't understand your point.
On Lakers over the Bulls.
When do you pick a player on Lakers over the Bulls? Well, no, but that's the thing, though. I'm not ranking the championship.
What you're saying is you always pick the Bulls over the Lakers.
I'm not going to rank a team based on. I'm not going to rank a player based on the team.
Except in the 80s, when Magic Johnson was on the fucking Lakers and James Worthy,
But I'm not picking Jordan just because he's on the Bulls. I'm picking Jordan because he was
the player of that era.
I don't think Rodman's 4th in that order, though, Mike. Rodman was there for one thing, and that was just defense. That's what Rodman was for.
Rodman was known for being a defensive player.
Okay, so he's saying but I'm saying you have 3. Okay, but that's for the second repeat. What about the first repeat? First three-peat. What about that? What about the 91, 92, and 93 season? You're going to tell me John Paxson? You're going to say you're going to really say John Paxson and B.J. Armstrong and Horace Grant were better than Robert Horry and Derek Fisher and Pau Gasol? You think that's the case? I don't think so. Granted, he's still at Pippen. Pippen is the main consistent and the main constant in the Jordan era of championship equation. But I'm also not even going by. Forget about the rings. Then forget about the championship seasons. I'm just talking about just the numbers. 7-time MVP. I think, and that's the other thing though too. Shaq definitely But Ori and Shaq. So Shaq definitely adds to it. You can't, just because Jordan had Pippen, yeah, Bryant had Shaq. Shaq was a beast. Pippen's a great shooter, but I honestly, I don't know. I think I would probably take Shaq if I wanted. So if I was building a team, would I want Jordan and Pippen? If I had Shaq available, I'd probably say, you know what? No, I'll take Shaq. But I'm not going on that.
But Pippen wasn't a center, though.
Yeah,
No,
you're
I
going
know.
to take
No.
Shaq over Jordan and Pippen? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But you wouldn't?
Can you imagine that type of team, though, if you
about
had
that.
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Shaq at center?
That would be insane.
That would be like sick.
Because look what they had in center. You had.
I mean,
you
I'm
had-
not taking nothing away from Shaq, but does he knock out two other huge players? No, I don't think so.
two. What are you talking about?
You just said Shaq over Pippen and Jordan.
No, I said Shaq and Jordan. Shaq and Jordan over Pippen and Jordan. I wouldn't take those two. If I was drafting a team, let's say, and I had two choices to go with Jordan, either Pippen or Shaq, I get it. They're not in the same position. I know that. But I would still want to say, all right, I'll take Jordan and Shaq, and then I'll pick three.
No, that's not what I heard. I thought you said Shaq over Pippen and Jordan. That's what I could have sworn. That's
Yeah, Shaq and Jordan over Pippen and Jordan. You too, Gladys. Thank you. Happy 4th of July. So I'm going Michael Jordan. And honestly, it has nothing to do with the side of characters that he had, nothing to do with the championship teams that he had. I'm just going based on stats. And even though Bryant edges him in a few of these stats, it's I think I still want to know what the fuck this 10 times thing is. 10 times what?
What does it say? 10. What is it?
If I knew what it said, I would know what it said. I put 10 time glory hole.
Scoring glory hole.
10 time.
He's only been to the glory hole 10 times.
What was he a 10 times something of?
Scoring champion.
Yes. Scoring. That's what it says. That's what I wrote. Scoring. He's also he won the scoring.
So you got glory hole from scoring.
No, I think Jordan was 9-time defensive player. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't write that down, but he did win the scoring. He won the scoring title 10 times, and he was a 5-time MVP. Not counting the MVPs. I think he's a 6-time. I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he is a 6-time MVP final. Or a 6-time final MVP. So again, I'm going Jordan.
Jordan.
We can say Jordan.
Jordan.
Now, Mike, Kobe is your favorite player, and yet as is Jordan is my favorite player. But Mooney, who's your favorite player of all time in basketball? If you had to pick one.
Honestly, I'd say Michael Jordan.
Oh, it is Michael Jordan. Oh, okay. What about you, Mike?
I would say Jordan.
All right, I didn't know those were going to be your. I didn't think those were going to be choices. I wanted to.
Hands down, it's definitely Jordan.
All right. I got you. Okay. No, I wanted to make it where it wasn't biased, but I guess if all three of us favor Jordan anyway.
What do we want me to say? Patrick Ewing?
No.
I mean, and I loved Ewing too, but come on. I love a lot of players that I consider my favorite players of all time.
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to exactly. He said biased bastards. That's what I was trying to get away from. I honestly, James, I thought you were going to say like Larry Bird or Kevin McHale.
I love them, but are they better than Jordan?
No.
Yeah.
But I said
you got to be honest. I mean, come on.
I said your favorite players.
Well,
that's why I said your favorite players of all time. I didn't say the best player of all time. Best player of all time.
My favorite player of all time is Chris Paul.
If I had to, wow.
So that's what I'm saying, and I figured that. So you like Chris Mullin. That's your favorite player of all time. So you wouldn't be biased in saying Michael Jordan's better than Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, if you're going to say the best player of all time, you got to probably go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
I love a lot of sweaty men playing with balls. It's so true. So do I. It's crazy.
Especially Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing sweated more on the sidelines.
All right, so I didn't write any stats for this one, but I do want to do one quick other one, just to say it.
Dude, how long is this show gonna be?
Why?
As long as
I gotta go grab another drink. Come on, man.
No, but I mean, come on.
Come on, man. I'm falling asleep already.
Take an empty bottle and just piss in the fucking bottle.
Dude, do you have to go to the bathroom? Is that what it is?
I do have to go to the bathroom, but I thought we were wrapping up.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right.
I wait till 5 to 8 to come on the fucking show.
It doesn't matter. He wasn't late.
In the middle of something. Oh, my God.
He wasn't late, though. You can't fault him for that. He was still on time.
Hey.
It's not like we held this up.
I didn't get up once during the whole fucking show, and now all of a sudden I thought we were wrapping up, and you guys are like, "Oh my God, he's got to go."
Yeah, you don't get a trophy for not having to go to the bathroom.
It's not what I said. It's not what I meant.
There's a golf clap there, Jay.
Mike,
for not getting up.
Fuck you, Mike.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
Hey, Mike.
Dude, it's
Fuck
called
you, Mike.
It's called pacing yourself.
Father, son,
it's called pacing yourself. I took 2 hours because we're almost at 2 hours to pretty much. I'm pretty much done with this.
You wanted to do 10 players each.
I was doing one more just to keep it going for a minute. What else are we doing?
And besides, he drank one. I drank one. You drink like 3. Of course, you're going to want to pee more.
I drank 2.
He drank 2.
One.
You drank 2. But you drank 2 pretty quick.
Proud of you. Yeah,
fuck yourselves, both of you. Jesus Christ.
You know what? No, you know what? I'll hold on to the team ones. I'll hold on to the team ones another time.
No, say what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, who was your favorite?
What?
Your favorite Met team in comparison of the 2000 and 1999?
That's actually a good question.
Without looking at stats, because I don't have any stats. But if you had to pick from the back-to-back years, 1999 Mets, 2000 Mets, one obviously went to the World Series, another one didn't. But if you had to pick your favorite of the two, which one would you pick?
2000.
So
2000.
And why are you going 2000? Because they made the World Series?
They made the World Series. I mean, why would I pick the year that they didn't make?
Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing. 2000.
You're going to go with 2000?
Yeah.
All right.
Benny and the Mets that year.
I'm going to go 99.
Benny was also on the team in 99, too.
Yeah, Benny actually had a better year in 99. I'm going to go
Benny and the Mets.
I'm going 99 Mets. I still think that team was better. I still do. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think record-wise they were better.
Were they?
Of course, I deleted it. Because I said, "Oh, you know what? We're not going to go over it. So let's not." Okay, so they were 97 and 66. Yeah, so they won 97 games the year before, and then in 2000 they won 94.
Wow.
And both times
they actually were a better team in 99.
I mean, by 3 games, but I'm just saying overall, I like the 99 Mets. They had Oral Hershiser. I didn't like Kenny Rogers, but that was a late season acquisition.
Yeah.
That was a move they made on the deadline, which I don't know why they did, but probably injuries. But they had Oral Hershiser. They had Al Leiter. Who else?
Mike Hampton.
Oh, Mike Hampton was the following year.
You're talking about 2000?
Yeah,
right now?
I'm going 99. You're talking about 2000. 2000 was Hampton.
Oh, so you're okay.
I'm going 99 because that's the team that I like. You had Olerud on first. You had Ventura at third. You had Ordonez at short.
Ordonez, yeah.
You had Edgardo Alfonso at second base.
Wasn't Todd Zeile on that team too?
Todd Zeile was 2000.
2000, okay.
Mike says Todd Zeile is greater than Olerud. I don't agree.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know.
They had the best
No.
infield in baseball. They had the fewest errors in baseball.
John Oliver actually
I
used to
mean,
take the
Todd
7
Zeal was
train to
actually
the
a catcher
stadium all the
before he
time.
was a first baseman.
What?
Todd Zeal was a catcher before he was a first baseman.
I don't know. But I'm going 99. And then you had,
Some of you Mike Piazza fans out there, Todd Deal was the catcher before he was a first baseman.
thank you. Happy 4th.
Which Kathy is that?
This is Kathy.
That's
Oh, that's
Kathy.
Kathy, not
Kathy.
Kitty? Okay. All right. We don't know what Kathy's anymore in this place.
Mike's going 2000. Now, granted, again, they made it to the World Series. They did. Their pitching staff was a little bit better. Like 99 had Rick Reed. You had Turk Wendell, of course, back in 99. I think he was on 2002, but
Yeah, he was.
yeah. I'm trying to think what else. You had a rookie Octavia Dotel.
Monta Benitez, was he on that team too?
So Franco got hurt, and Benitez had to take over. Benitez was the setup guy. So Benitez took over, and he was lights out.
And Braden Looper was 2000, right? Or was it?
I don't know if Brady Looper was 2000. I thought Benitez was 2000 as well. Benitez blew game 1 of the World Series. Remember? Against the Yankees?
Right. I thought Looper was on the team too. I
don't think Looper came till later on, like 01, 02. Yeah, it's true. If Timo runs that ball out and doesn't fucking trot around because he thought it was a home run, that game 1 would have been a lot different. But again, that was in 2000. I just feel like, I don't know 2006 because then 2006 he might have been on the team, but our closer was what's his face, Wagner,
Billy Wagner, yeah.
2006. You mean Knee Buckland? That was a Knee Buckland season. That piece of shit.
Yeah, but here's the other thing though too.
I'm so glad he didn't become the manager.
Look,
I still fucking hate him for 2006.
You take away
son of a bitch.
Fuck
you,
but
Beltran.
Don't include the 1986 team because they actually won a World Series. But if you got to compare the 2000, the 1999, and the 2015 and 2006 teams, 2006 is better than all 4 of those teams. Hands down.
You really think that?
Hands down. That was another. That was another topic of.
That was a great team, but it was better than 2015. You think?
Yes. I understand. The 2015 team had what do you call it? Had better pitching. Maybe.
Also better hitting.
No. Nope.
No.
Daniel
Murphy alone carried that team in the fucking playoffs.
But where was he in the season?
Well, where was he in the World Series too? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this guy hit like home run after home run after home run. Here comes the World Series. Strike out.
You guys are probably a little bit. You guys are better off knowing who was on the 2015 team, right? Than you would remember who was on 2006.
Oh, 2006, yeah, Carlos Delgado.
No, hold on. I'm gonna go. So who was on first base in 2015? It
was Murphy, right? Wasn't it?
It was Duda.
No,
Duda. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Duda smash.
Yeah, Lucas Duda over Carlos Delgado. Who you taking? Come on.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Delgado hit almost 40 home runs that year.
Delgado, yeah.
Well, then again, I think Duda almost hit that too.
I know, but everybody bashed Duda, but I thought Duda was good, man.
Yeah, but hold on a second. Duda.
All right, let me ask this question. 3-2, game-winning run on third with 2 out. Who do you want taking that pitch, Carlos Beltran or Daniel fucking Murphy?
Daniel Murphy,
I'll tell you one thing,
down.
It ain't going to be a knee buckler.
So you give me the scenario one more time, and I'll tell you.
3-2, game-winning run on third with 2 out.
Right.
Who do you want? Captain Knee Buckler or Daniel Murphy?
I'm even regardless of the outcome, I'm picking Carlos Beltran over Daniel Murphy any day.
You're fucking psychotic.
I'm only psychotic because you're going by you already know what the outcome is. You're going to tell me Daniel
honestly,
Murphy.
Beltran was a better player than Murphy.
You're going to tell me Daniel Murphy? The only thing. So here's Daniel Murphy is actually
Daniel Murphy would have swung at the pitch. At least he would have got the bat off his shoulder.
Daniel Murphy is a more consistent hitter. I will give you that. He was. He was an average. He was an average hitter.
Yeah, but overall better player
in a World Series, not World Series. In a playoff game,
yeah.
Game 7 of a playoff game, I want Beltran up. You kidding me?
Not after what I saw in 2006.
But he just said that regardless of the outcome. Yeah.
Again, regardless, that's only because you already know what the outcome is. So you got Carlos Delgado at first. Now, who was our second baseman in 2015? Daniel Murphy, right?
Daniel fucking Murphy.
Yeah. I'm going to go over. I'm obviously taking him over Jose Valentin. Although Valentin didn't do too bad, but even still. What did he have? He had 18 home runs. That's actually not that bad. Shortstop is Reyes. I think we had the same shortstop in 15, didn't we? Or was that Flores? We had Wilmer Flores.
Yeah, we had Flores.
Yeah, I think we got Reyes a year after.
Yeah,
I think we got Reyes in 16.
Yeah, Flores was supposed to get traded, and then the trade fell through.
Yeah, so we have Flores. I'm taking Jose Reyes over Flores.
All right, who's on third?
David Wright.
Right.
David Wright. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, no, David Wright was injured for most of the year. I think what's his face was on third. Was it Eric Was it Campbell?
Yeah, Eric Campbell.
Who played third back then? In 2015. Mike, help me out. I know you're watching this.
Yeah, I think it was Campbell. I think you're right.
Because I don't think it was what's his face.
Or was it Ty Wigginton? No.
No, it wasn't Wigginton.
Oh, not Wigginton. What am I talking about? No.
Wigginton.
Oh, wait. No. Dude, David Wright actually has 134 games.
That's what I said.
So it was the same one.
Originally, I said right. Yeah.
I thought so too, but I thought he was hurt for the majority of the season.
All right.
Who was back up third baseman?
All right, so we got. All right, so who? All right, so
and technically, Ruben Tejada was their shortstop.
That's right, Tejada. Oh shit.
No, Mike. I know that Wright was in the World Series, but he was hurt. Remember, he came back in time for the playoffs.
Yeah, he was hurt during the season. Yeah.
I didn't know he played 134 games. That's astonishing to me. All right.
I picked David Wright over David Wright.
That was the year he got hit in the fucking head, right? When he with the helmet.
No, dude,
right?
his back. His back.
Oh, his back. That's right. Okay.
Cliff Floyd in left field.
Over.
I don't know who played left field in 2015. Was that Cespedes? Cespedes was left field, right?
Yeah, because Conforto was in right?
Center.
No, Lagares was in center.
All right, so I would take Cespedes.
Yeah, you got to go Cespedes over Cliff Floyd, and I'll tell you why. Cliff Floyd did not have a good year that year. Cliff Floyd was hurt most of the year. Cliff Floyd only played 97 games.
And then you got Lagares and who else?
Carlos Beltran. And then right field was Xavier Nady until he was traded. Nady only was on the team for 75. So that's when they had Andy Chavez. Who else did they have in the outfield helping out? Michael Tucker, and also Lastings Millage. So, I don't know. I'm still going 2000. I think 2006 Mets were better than 2015 Mets. I don't even think it's. Their starting pitchers were Glavine, Traxel, Pedro Martinez, El Duque, and John Maine.
Oh, Duque.
And 2015 was who? Was Harvey?
Right? deGrom, Matz, Syndergaard, Wheeler. I don't even think Wheeler was part of it.
No, Wheeler wasn't on it. He didn't come till Oh, wait, did he?
Oh, Dookie was on the
really?
Mets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orlando Hernandez.
I must have
Yep.
missed that one.
Yep. But he got hurt. He got hurt. And
That's the story of our lives with that team is everybody gets hurt.
So he got hurt. Pedro was hurt. Glavine was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 2015 was way better than 2006.
I mean, that's
Yeah, 2015 is better than 2006.
all right. I'm easily going. Yeah, I'm still sticking with 2006.
And I'll take Legalis over Beltran and center.
That's
Maybe
crazy.
Maybe he would have took the bat off the shoulder
That is
with a
crazy.
With a fucking hanging curveball.
Yeah. You think he would have hit 41 home runs that year too?
Yeah, he might have took the bat off the shoulder with a fucking 3-2 count when then
Beltran,
the fucking end of the
41
season.
home runs, 116 RBIs. David Wright at 116
Joe,
RBIs.
Joe
Delgado at 114 RBIs.
No matter what you say, I will never forgive Carlos Beltran for what he fucking did that night.
Dude,
I'm glad he got fucking fired for being caught cheating.
I think he resigned.
Because you know what? He would have buckled as a manager too.
I think you gotta tip your hats more towards And by the way, not one Met hitter broke 100 RBIs that year. Not one. The closest to it, Lucas Duda in 92. And 30 home runs.
92. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
92 RBIs, not 1992.
I was going to say, I'm like, what?
Lucas Duda and Curtis Granderson.
Randolph years.
Travis d'Arnaud hit 13 home runs. Lucas Duda had 30, and Curtis Granderson had 20. No other Met came. Hold on. Am I in the right year? No, I'm in the wrong year. I was in the wrong year. Oh, even better. I'm sorry. I was in 2014. 2015, the highest amount of RBIs was by Daniel Murphy and Lucas Duda at 73. That was the highest. 73 RBIs.
In what year?
In 2015.
And that team got to the World Series, so that's a better team.
Most home runs, Lucas Duda at 27. Wow. Second most was Curtis Granderson with 26. Cespedes only had 17 as a Met. Or 17 that year, I guess. I don't know. And then pitching-wise, we forgot about Cologne and Nice. John Nice was their other starter.
Johnny Broken Nose Nice.
Cologne had 14 wins. deGrom had 14 wins. Harvey had 13 wins.
I'm going to get my friend Harvey.
And deGrom top 200 strikeouts. So look, I still say hands down. Yeah, that's the other comparison too. I forgot about that. d'Arnaud or LaDuca?
I'm gonna go with Paul LaDuca.
You're gonna take d'Arnaud over LaDuca?
No, I'll take LaDuca.
No, LaDuca's definitely a better catcher. Yeah. Defense and offensively too.
And who did I say?
And he's another handicapper when it comes to horse racing. So yeah, I'll take Paul LaDuca.
I'll take Curtis Granderson over the right fielder of the 2006 because I don't even know who that is. So let me go really quick because that's the last position we have to do. 2006, the Mets had, they had Nady because Nady was traded. Nady was doing good, but they had to trade him.
Yeah, who came in after Nady?
Well, they had people platooning. That's when they had Andy Chavez out there and Lastings Millage.
Chavez was mostly center field, no?
Chavez played left.
Oh, left, okay.
Yeah. Back in 2006, dude, Beltran was your center field.
Beltran,
yeah. You all right? You look like you're falling asleep there.
Yeah, I'm fine, dude.
You tired?
A little bit.
Well, it's 10 o'clock. Maybe we should, what?
I said I did a lot today. I was cooking.
Cooking? You cooking? Yeah, that's the other thing. You taking Wagner or Familia?
What are you doing?
I would take fucking Wagner over Familia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Familia is the reason why you didn't win a World Series.
Oh, Billy Wagner's a better pitcher, too.
Hey, Carlos Beltran is what that you did that you knew you didn't win that season.
Yeah, but here's the other thing though too. So that hanging curve was from Wainwright. Yes, it was. You got to tip your hat to Wainwright. Wainwright threw a pitch again. Yeah, you probably have to swing at it, but Wainwright threw a fucking hanging curve. I don't know. It is what it is.
How many guys do you know look at
but with 2 strikes down, you got to swing at that fucking ball, man.
You got to swing. There's like 9,000 foul balls on a 3-2 count.
That's a fucking no-brainer right there. You don't just hit that one and go.
The end result's going to end in 2 ways. Either a swing and strikeout or some type of
I'd rather swing and strike out knowing that I took a chance other than sit there and fucking be like, oh, wow, I just let it go.
Buckle.
Wait a minute. It was a 3-2 count?
Yeah.
It was a 3-2 count. It was a 3-2 count, and he buckled like a belt. James got it. You buckle like a belt.
You buckle.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. Well, now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
The more you know.
Go, Joe.
You sure?
I'm
sure with the 5 minutes? That's why he's just your average Joe.
Joey Bag of Nuts.
Back then, it didn't tell you. Fucking annoying. When you're watching the game, it didn't tell you constantly what the count was.
You always had the chyron up there saying what
it was up in the fucking right-hand corner of the screen. What are you talking about? It's on every game.
Pitch. It was a 3-2 pitch, and he buckled like a belt.
It was an 0-2 count.
No, it was a 3-2 count.
It was 0-2. I knew it was not 3-2. Right. Wainwright did not pitch. There's no way Wainwright pitched 6 pitches. Mike said it was a 3-2 count. It's saying, I just looked it up. It says 0-2.
Your brother is saying it's a 3-2 count now. Are you going to believe me, your brother?
Yeah, it wasn't there's no way it was an 0-2 count.
I could have sworn he threw in 3 straight pitches.
We're going to watch this and be miserable.
Hold on. Mike is saying what?
He's saying what? Because you said it was an 0-2 count.
Yeah. I don't know why I went against my gut. My brother was wrong. You're wrong. He pitched 3 straight strikes.
I'm watching it right now.
Okay, watch it. Watch it right now, and watch it on the 0-2 count. Beltran gets a hanging.
I gotta watch him. I gotta watch him misery right now.
You know what? I'll do it for you.
If somebody's praying.
Can you see that?
Not really.
All right, strike one.
You don't have to do strike one. Oh, man, I wish I can send this to myself.
Bases loaded. Oh, now the more I look at them, I get aggravated. What the fucking bases loaded? This fucking jerk off.
Either way, it was an 0-2 count. I knew that. I knew it was not a full count.
Strike two on a foul tip.
Yeah, and then the next pitch,
on a foul tip.
The next pitch, he gets it. It was never a full count. Full count, he's swinging. Bases are loaded. The bases are loaded.
I want to see the fans' face after this. I don't even want to see this. I just want to see the fans' faces.
There's no way any player on a 3-2 count with bases loaded is
buckled. All right, 0-2. Joe, you know what? I'll give you credit. 0-2, okay?
It was an 0-2 count.
He's still fucking buckled. He's still buckled.
That was a good fucking pitch, though. And most players aren't.
If it was a good fucking pitch, he would have swung it at the dumb bastard.
Most players aren't expecting that. They're not expecting an 0-2 hanging curve like that. Either way, dude, I hated it. I hated it. I hated it then. I hated it now. But you still can't say
Yeah,
just
fucking
because of
Willie
that one at bat that Beltran is not a better
Willie
center
Randolph
fielder.
looks like he's ready to kill somebody.
Beltran is
These idiots are dancing on my. These
Beltran
idiots
is
are dancing on my freaking stadium over here.
Beltran is probably not even probably. I think Beltran is the Mets' best center fielder they've ever had. If you were constructing an all-time Met team, you're gonna probably put Beltran at center field.
Bases loaded.
All right, we already know that. All right, I think it's time to wrap up. I think we took it a little further than we had to. I just wanted to be a little fun with this one, with the team comparison with 99 and 2000, and then we went really deep into it with the 2006 Mets, which I think is one of the better teams of the recent Met teams. Can't deny it, man. Can't deny the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
You guys see the faces in this crowd, I would have waited for Beltran and just killed them.
Faces.
They were looking at me, every single face.
How's everything over there? No Chin Jim. How's everything?
Hey, this is shit.
Got No Chin Jim. Got Mikey Wheels over here. All right, guys. So, anyway, we'll
Where's
wrap
Tony
it
the
up.
Mooch?
Because now all I'm hearing is I've been hearing it the whole stream, but the fireworks are starting to get a little annoying, whatever. And I got to put my air back on. It's a little warm here, but all right. So James, Mike, thank you for coming on. We'll do another one. I don't know if next week, but we'll definitely do another one, and then we'll do one where it's a little bit more fun.
Watch out for it.
With like movies and TV shows and stuff.
Cool. We got to do a music one too.
And a music one, yeah. I think a music one would be cool. But Mike, if you're going to be on, you got to think of some.
Think of what?
Whichever. Well, think of some comparisons to debate.
Right. Whatever we pick.
So if we're doing a music one, like I did, like a David Lee Roth versus a Sammy Hagar. You know what I mean? Or a Beatles versus Rolling Stones, something like that. And that's only if we're doing music. Or a Die Hard versus Death Wish. You know, I don't know. That's not a good comparison, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And that's it.
I got you.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your 4th of July to you and to Mike and to you guys at home. I hope you enjoyed this debate sports edition of Just Your Average Joe.
And good night.
We got a couple more coming your way soon. And don't forget, Tuesday night, we got trivia night. You guys ready for Tuesday night?
I've been ready since last Tuesday.
Well, last Wednesday.
Whatever.
And last Thursday.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. Madonna Mingena Makina. But yeah, so Tuesday night is the next time.
Hopefully this one goes off without a hitch. Let's see.
Hopefully Tuesday and we got
yeah.
We got cat trivia. You ready for that cat trivia on Tuesday?
Kitty cat trivia.
Pop culture.
Yeah, but she's gonna do cats in movies and TV shows.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Lions
about?
and tigers and
That's not what
bears.
She said that. That's what she said.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did. Part of this,
Yeah,
part of the trivia,
cats.
part of the
She
trivia
said
is going to be
pop culture. That's all I saw.
part of the trivia will be on cats in movies. She said she was inspired by Mike's dog one that she wants to do one with cats. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. So she's gonna either name the movie and we have to name the cat, or we're gonna name she's gonna name the movie. She's gonna name the cat and we have to name the movie.
Oh,
Puss in
all right.
Boots.
So now we have to brush up on our cats in movies. We have to brush up on our pussy.
You gotta brush up. You just think you gotta brush up on your pussy.
Hold on a second. I know which one it is. I just can't put my finger in it. Hold on. I wrote this one sloppy, so I got a sloppy pussy.
No, this was a little, this was a little fishy to me. I don't know about this one.
Well, I wrote cock big, so I guess I got a big cock.
Did you say big cock come out of your mouth? That sucks.
I love that fucking scene. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in that movie. All right, guys. Enough.
That and Fred in the bathtub when he shows him with his hat on.
Great. That was great. All right, I'm getting shot over here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your 4th of July, guys, and
Duck.
everybody else at home also enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Be safe.
Don't say happy 4th of July. It's systemically racist.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, drop a comment. Let us know what kind of debates you want us to do for future shows. And don't forget to watch our trivia that's coming up on Tuesday night.
Cool.
All right.
Have a good night, guys.
All right. Good night.
And good night, Jimmy.
Good night, Jimmy. Sit, boo, sit. Good dog.
Good dog. Woof.
Woof.